Hello and welcome back to Football Manager, and we have now made it to the final ever competition I will manage, and it's Italy versus Scotland for today's fixture in the European Football Championships. Now, you've probably seen our group already: Scotland, Serbia, Switzerland. Very easy, I would say. It's very easy. Now, the hosts, Spain, have got a very difficult group. They've got Portugal, Hungary and Croatia, but I would say the most difficult group is probably theirs. I mean, no other group has more than one big six team, of Italy, Germany, Spain, Portugal, England, and France. They're the big six teams. I mean, in some groups, I don't even have one of them. I mean, Holland, you could argue, was a big team, but they haven't done anything recently. And I mean, Holland in the game, I don't think has actually won anything since the start of the game. They've run up in the European National League twice, third in the Olympics. No, they've won nothing. But in looking at this, the under-19 European Championships, they won it 3 years ago, which could indicate, as you can see here, they also won the under-20s Elite League the year later, that they have got a strong team coming through, which is probably going to happen. I mean, Holland aren't a bad team, but they've not got a difficult group either. So we're going to have to look to try and qualify fairly simply for our group. And if I'm honest with you, I don't see it being too difficult. Now, as you can see, I haven't chosen the team yet because I'm actually going to completely clear it for the first pick of the competition. And I will be using this formation for the majority of the competition, probably because I think it's the best one we've got. In goal, we're going to start with Donnarumma, because he is clearly the best goalkeeper in the international side. We've got Idivan at right back, then centre back we're going to have Conti, Armani and Mancini. However, we're going to have I'm going to have Romagnoli rather than Mancini. I'll have Mancini on the bench. We're going to have Pellegrini at left back. In the midfield we have Riccardi, Barella and Tonali, because they are the three best midfielders we have in the international side. And up front, we're going to have the two best strikers in Italy, Sebastiano Esposito and Vittorio Almaty. Obviously, change these so they fit best to the player's abilities. Now, I'm probably aware that doing this is actually counterproductive, and arguably I should be finding players that fit the formation's positions rather than fit the formation to the players' positions, but I don't think it really matters for an Italy versus Scotland game. Now, if it was Italy versus Germany, I can understand the point. So, let's get forward into this fixture, and I am well aware of one major thing. And if we get one bad result in this group, that could destroy the morale of the side to such the extent that we would not recover from it. I mean, if we lose to Scotland today, we might just completely destroy the morale of the side and not win a single game, which would be a horrific way for me to end my career, I'll have to admit. But it's a likely thing that could happen. I mean, look at Germany in the last World Cup in real life. They lost to one team and they couldn't get out of their group. That's a reality that we have to prepare for. So, we start this fixture off with the first team playing, mind you, and Scotland do start with a free kick on the edge of our box. Johnston steps up to it, swings it in, but it's saved on the goal line by Donnarumma. And after 10 minutes, still remains 0-0, but Italy are without a shot. Scotland now with a throw to McGinn, loses out to Riccardi. Riccardi ball forward, finds Esposito, runs it into the middle, finding Almaty now, who shoots and does score, and Almaty gets Italy's first shot and first goal of the European Football Championships 2028. And I have to admit, I'm very pleased. I was dreading this match after seeing that free kick very nearly being a goal, and I was dreading we were going to lose this match 1-0, 2-0, something like that. And the exact thing I said before happened. That would have destroyed the morale of the side to lose to Scotland on the opening day. I forgot to mention it before the match. There have been a few transfers been accepted for Millwall. Nothing major, I don't think. I think we've got one more coming in, a Argentinian central midfielder, and going out we've got Tichuan Thomas, possibly, to one of either Brentford, SH Shenshua from China, or FC Porto, as those are the three teams that paid over the £30 million asking price that we had initially put out. Another throw to Scotland now. Hay to McGinn, back to Hay, back to McGinn, crosses it in, and that looked like a back pass, but I'm not going to complain, they haven't given a free kick for it. Donnarumma rolls it out short to Conti, back to Donnarumma, forward to Romagnoli. Romagnoli gets it forward, looking up, finds Pellegrini, who holds the ball up and loses out to Bowie, who then gets thrown to the floor, but apparently not a free kick. Armini now to Conti. Conti looking up, finds Barella over the top, looking out, finding Idivan, who plays it forward to Esposito, back to Idivan, crossing in again, and Vittorio Aimati makes it 2 for him, 2 for Italy, and we are cruising at this point. I would not be surprised now at this point if we were to dominate this group and not even concede. Because Serbia, they're a good strong side, but they are not at the calibre Italy are. Switzerland are not even at the calibre of Serbia. So we could do incredibly well in this tournament. And I would not be too mad to say we were going to win it, I have to say. According to the stat I've just noticed there, Scotland have got 57% of the possession in this match. And yet we're winning 2-0. Just proof that it's not how much possession you have, it's what you use. Conti now plays the ball over the top, finding Idivan, heads it down to Riccardi, to the edge of the box, looking to get a cross in. Instead is pulled to the ground, and apparently it's a penalty. It is a penalty, and Vittorio Aimati steps up to get his hat-trick, and does. On the opening game of the European Football Championships 2028, Vittorio Aimati gets his hat-trick, and possibly his first ever international hat-trick, as at this point in time he had not scored one for me, at the very least. He may have done prior to me joining as Italian manager, I'm not entirely sure. But we are leading very comfortably now. We were comfortably leading before with 2-0, but I'm very happy with a 3-0 lead. And to be honest with you, we could just shut up shop at this point in time, just hold the ball behind our defenders, and go from there, really. With an attacking mentality, I don't see them coming back into this game regardless. And even if they were to score, I think we'd score again regardless anyway, and we would still probably win this game by a fair number of goals. Johnston for Scotland runs it forward, running very, very far, gets a shot away, mind you, that very nearly crept in under the put my teeth back in, crept in under the crossbar. Johnston again with another shot, and the exact same spot, but this time slightly closer to the goal. I've also just noticed that Scotland have 2 McCrorys in their side, the goalkeeper and the right back. I haven't seen that happen since Football Manager 2011, when there was an England side I was managing against who had, I think, 3 different players with the same initial first letter and then last name. Either way, it doesn't really matter, it's just an observation of mine. So according to this, the only 2 players to have not received a 7.0 or higher... Oh, that looked like a goal. That looked like a goal. Sorry, it did. Idivan plays the ball forward to Barella, over the top now, finding a Scottish centre-back in Morrison. Hay clears the ball, but headed down by Italy. Riccardi now with the ball. Looking up, tries to get a cross in, but it's blocked by McGinn. Idivan again with another tackle from McGinn. However, I think it's all over at this point. Italy 3, Scotland 0. Just Idivan with a throw. Barella is hauled down by Henry. Not a yellow card, mind you, but that is the end of the match. And I was wrong. Sanderson did actually get 7.2, but Donnarumma did only get 6.9. So for next match, Donnarumma will be dropped for Alex Murray, and in the final game we're going to have Plizzari in goal for the final group stage fixture. So every goalkeeper gets a game. And Vittorio Aimati, no question about it, definitely deserving of man of the match. He's only a 3-star striker, mind you, but he's scored 4 goals prior to this fixture in 9 appearances. This was his 10th appearance and he managed to score 3 goals. Not bad. Very pleased with the result and performance, and Italy go forward with a 3-0 lead in the group. So, very, very, very pleased. Very nice. So, next fixture, of course, is the Serbia one, I believe. Yes, Serbia at the top says there. I clearly can't read. And we know that if we were to win this match, we would probably be qualified, guaranteed. So, yeah, we'll just wait till then, I think. So until then, I bid thee adieu. Goodbye.